Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my pantry. It's much needed. I need to do a little makeover, a little DIY here because it's looking really bad. So I tried to paint these shelving that I already had, but as you can see, they're really bad. I thought I was able to sand it down and make it look prettier, so that way I can paint it, but I noticed it was just looking really bad, like you can see there. So what I decided was that I was going to place wood on top of it, like a thin plywood. Here I'm gonna be just taking out all these shelves, and I'm gonna be reusing them because I don't want to be wasting a lot of money. I went to Home Depot and they're very expensive. Wood and shelving are very expensive, so I just decided to use the same ones I had. Once I removed everything, as you can see, it was really dirty, so I decided to kind of clean everything. I didn't go so deep into cleaning because I am going to be painting, and I'm going to be painting using this Blueprint Bear paint from Home Depot, and I'm just going to be painting all of this, so you're not going to be able to see those stains. This paint I already had left over from another project I had done, so it worked well with what I was doing. I had plenty of paint for this other project. So once I finished painting, I realized that I had to cut the support for the shelving. The wood that was already placed there was too long for the type of shelves that I'm going to be doing. So I had to cut, and I just did some markings and I cut all of them one by one. That was kind of tedious, but with my handy dandy tool, which is a multi-purpose tool, you can do many things with that tool. I will show you what type of tool I'm talking about, but with that I was able to remove everything pretty easily. It's just there was a lot of them, so it was a little difficult, but this is the tool I'm using. As you can see, you can sand with this, you can cut with this, you can do so many things with this. I really love this tool. It's easy to use. You don't have to go and get a big saw for anything. You could just do everything, all the cuts with this little machine. Here I am just getting a 1x2s, and I am going to do the markings based on the board that I already had, or the board that I'm going to be using, the shelving that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to cut it the same length as the board that I had, so that I can do a little ledge on the shelves here. Once I do the marking, I'm going to be using that same tool, and I'm just going to be cutting along the marking. Once I do that, then I'm going to be sanding. I don't know what number of sanding paper I use in this one. It was pretty coarse. You don't have to use a coarse one, but it made my life way easier and faster. I did kind of rounded the edges so they're not too sharp. Here I'm going to be using this wood glue. I'm going to be placing it on the wood before I use my other favorite tool, which is the nail gun. Just for extra support, I like to put the glue. You don't have to, but I like to. So once I did that, I'm just going to use my nail gun and just clip everything in place. And that's how it looks. I really like how it's coming out so far. So guys, you could do all the shelving with plywood, but this was a very thin plywood, so it was cheaper, and the other ones are very expensive for what I was looking for. So I got the thinnest plywood, which cost me around $6, and I decided to just cover the existing shelves that I had. I just added some liquid nails, also some wood glue, and I glued it to the plywood that I bought. basically covering the shelves, the existing shelves, with plywood, just so I can make it cheaper for me. But you can always do this with brand new wood. Also, if you have these metal shelves, you can do this with the thin plywood and just cover your metal shelves with this, and it would look really nice too, and easy for you. I'm just gonna put something heavy on top so it sticks very well to it. Once it's all dry, I am going to start cutting with that same tool. I'm telling you, I love this tool so much. It just makes my life easy. So I use that and I cut around the whole entire board. Here with that same sandpaper, I'm just sanding all the edges, sanding everything so it's nice and smooth before I start painting or varnishing it. It's very important to do this just so you can take away all that coarse wood and it's not so sharp around the edges. Once you do that, I had this stain already in my house. I kind of like the look of it originally with that light color, wood color. If you want that, you can always use just a clear coat. But like I said, I just wanted to keep it cheap, so I already had this and that's what I used. But if it was my opinion, I think I liked it more the way that it just naturally looked. But I still like the way they came out. And for only like $50, I was able to do all this. So here, once I finish, I let it dry. Remember to always do this outside and in a ventilated area because this is very toxic. Once they're dried, I was placing them. I put them. They were a little difficult to put, I'm not gonna lie. But once you like slide them all the way up, then you can drop it down, basically. It was a little hard for me to do by myself, but I was able to do it. And this is the way they came out. I painted everything that needed to be painted, and I placed them, and I feel like they look really nice. In the top shelf, I made the wood stick out a little longer than the original one, and it made it a little harder for me to place things up there, but it still came out pretty good. All of these jars I got in Dollar Tree for $1, obviously, and I was able to organize everything very nicely, just because I didn't want that big mess that I had there originally. Here I'm just going to be putting everything in its place. I found these cool little LED lights in Dollar General or Dollar Tree, and they're pretty good for the price. They have like a little sticky thing you can put, and I got these on Amazon. Great storage for pills and medication or other things. They have little dividers, and they only cost me $9 for 2 of them. This is how the bins look, all organized. And here in the top, I made a little basket. I have a short video showing you how to do that if you want to go see it. This is the basket right here, and I'm gonna keep the spices in a spice rack that I bought on Amazon. This is the one, and it was 20% off, and it came out to just $20. I haven't received it yet. It brought labels and everything you need. In the bottom, I placed a wooden crate, and I was able to put all my cans and everything. That door is gonna be replaced. I'm gonna change it. We're gonna put a new one. And that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Bye guys.